Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Thomas Jefferson said, "If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done." Benjamin Franklin said, "Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning." Basically, get off your duff, get to working, you've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got to do what it takes to get them. Like, subscribe, comment, show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. If you want to get hold of me, if you want to help me out, be a Patreon. It's all down in my link tree that's down below. So, what we're going to do today is review the book, The Dirty Tricks Department by John Lisle. This talks about Stanley Lovell, the OSS, and the masterminds of World War II secret warfare. Most of this book is some amazing history. It covers basically the Q of the OSS, the predecessor to the CIA. Talks about World War II and several people that were involved in it, along with General Donovan, who led the OSS. And Stanley Lovell was a scientist who loved inventing things. He had primarily worked in like the shoe industry before World War II, but he became sort of a student of somebody named Vannevar Bush, who led science in America during World War II. And when Donovan brought him in, he said, "I need somebody to be the Dr. Moriarty of Sherlock Holmes fame of the United States." And that's what Lovell became. And this book covers it amazingly. The end of the book goes off on a tangent of the CIA MK Ultra, but the rest of the book is a good book. So let's cover it. Now look, the name Stanley Lovell is not a well-known name in American history. He did everything very quietly, very hidden away, but what he did helped the OSS and the people that the OSS worked with, such as the folks in Indochina and in France and other parts of Europe, to do their jobs better. They were able to do dead drops better. They were able to do some other interesting things, and it's covered by this book. And Stanley Lovell was a man that he was just a simple scientist. He loved working with science, loved chemistry, and he started working with Vannevar Bush. And he got into this by going before Donovan. Donovan talked with them and made him the Dr. Moriarty of the intelligence agency. And he created so many different things, such as a silenced pistol, different chemicals, such as the L pill, which was a cyanide pill, and other pills that did other things. And he's really unspoken of in history. And this book covers what he did. And it covers other facets of the OSS that most people may not have heard about. They probably read a little bit about him if they've even heard of the OSS. Nobody talks about the OSS anymore. And that is really sad because the OSS is an important part of American history. And so that's why this book is really important for all of that. Now look, if you don't know who the OSS, if you don't know who they are, then you really should read this book and do other research. I mean, it's a fascinating, the Office of Strategic Services is just a fascinating part of United States history. It helped us do things that we wouldn't have been able to do if we had stayed gentlemanly. We were fighting against ungentlemanly people, and the OSS helped us fight those people. It talks about Detachment 101, which was in Indochina. They were literally in the jungles of Indochina fighting the Japanese. Now, mind you, they took some deaths, but they also were very highly regarded because they got the job done when they needed to get the job done, even if it did take their lives. Them dropping into France, them dropping into other places. I mean, there's talk of agents being inside of Germany. These folks did their job. Some of them died, but it became what the CIA should have been. Unfortunately, the CIA went pure bureaucratic, and it talks about what was necessary for these people to be able to do their jobs correctly. And it talks about Donovan and when he would ask for things, and it talks about the science that was developed just to be able to do what was necessary. Great book, great history, and the history part of it for the World War II is great. Now look, there is a part of the book that it annoys me that they cover it because it's not OSS. It's not really Stanley level. Yes, he approved of it, but he didn't really do that much with it. And yes, some of it came from what the OSS was attempting to do a couple of times, but it's not part of OSS history, which was the MK Ultra part that he just, for some reason, Mr. Lisle just goes hog wild into this. But other than that, this is a good book to read. It is something that will give you a part of our history that is just now being released from security clearances. So, if you want a book that covers World War II, if you want a book that covers the intelligence world, this is the right book for you. John Lisle covers this in amazing detail. He uncovered things that I hadn't even heard of at this point. And I'm a great student of this because of Webb Griffin's books. But this is a great book to get your taste of what the OSS really was. So I would say read it. That, like I said, the MK Ultra parts, but this is a good book to read. And this has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day and take a read. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.